But we're going to be talking about battery recycling, EV battery recycling, and others too, but especially EVs. Like, who's doing it? Who's supplying batteries? What kind of materials can you get out of that? Who's buying those materials? And we're going to get into this because we got an expert in the field, David Klineski. He's the CEO of a company called Serba Solutions. Hello there, David.
Hey, good afternoon, John. How you doing?
Oh, I can't wait. We've also got John Volker from Car and Driver coming on the show. I love having him on. He knows more about EVs than anybody else that I know. And we've got Sean filling in for Gary Vasilash today. And Sean, it's cool to have you on the show.
It's awesome to be here. Thanks.
So, David, I'm going to kick it off. And as Sean, John, you guys know, pile in at any time. But David, I still hear a lot of people saying, well, EVs they're not really good for the environment for a whole host of reasons. And one of the things they bring up almost invariably is nobody knows how to recycle batteries. What do you tell them?
Yeah, it's a great question. I tell them that we've been doing it for over 30 years. Battery recycling has been around in various forms or fashions. Lots of different chemistries of batteries obviously are used in the industry. You can go all the way back to things like lead acid batteries or alkaline batteries that are in your remote controls or whatever. But then hybrid electric vehicles have been out for a number of years, and a lot of technology is out there today to extract the critical metals out of hybrid type batteries, including nickel metal hydride, nickel cadmium type batteries. But obviously the topic of today is all around lithium and lithium ion based batteries and where that's at. And lithium ion batteries have been launched for quite a while. It's been in consumer electronics for probably a good 15, 20 years. And a lot of those batteries have been recycled. A company like ourselves, Serba Solutions, has been around for over 30 years, recycling batteries, collecting those materials, and then reprocessing those materials so that critical minerals can be, put back into the supply chain. But for now, the EV space with these larger, lithium-ion based batteries, that's a massive focus right now for companies like ourselves, really trying to look at in how do we build out the capacity to recover those critical minerals and get them back into the supply chain so they can be used over and over again. So there's an opportunity, like, again, lithium can be reused thousands of times. So can nickel, so can cobalt, right? But it's not, these things don't evaporate. So, well, one, we're profitable today. So we do that today and we're profitable. We're cash flow, EBITDA profitable. So
But David, you recycle a lot of different kinds of batteries, laptops, cell phones. Is your EV business profitable?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, wow. We've got different product lines and I can separate different chemistries. So we can take the alkaline business or the nickel metal hydride business or lithium, we can separate those, and we have profitable business lines across each of those different product families.
So next question is, great, what we've been talking about so far is cobalt chemistries. Lithium iron phosphate, I would imagine, is a very different business. There's a lot of iron floating around. I don't know if there's battery grade iron for iron phosphate batteries, but one of the things I actually heard at this conference yesterday was there is clearly a business model in what you're doing. Other companies have said so. There appears to be a big question mark at this moment over the coming supply of lithium iron phosphate batteries, which really won't hit junkyards for a while. Mm-hmm. But do you see a business in that particular chemistry?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. And I get it a lot because there's obviously a lot of discussion about LFP batteries and LFP cathode chemistry. If you look at it, right, it's obviously, I mean, if anybody tells you it's more valuable than an NMC chemistry cathode, they're wrong, right? So tell them they're wrong, because there's really, recoverable metals in there. Lithium's your main recoverable metal, right? You don't have the nickel or cobalt in there that you can recover. By the way, we process LFP batteries every day through our facility. We see a lot of those materials coming through there already today. But I think there's still going to be a strong lead business, and that's one of the things that differentiates us from everybody else is we process every type of battery chemistry, right? So